Hi. So today we are going to talk about making some paintbrushes in case you don't have some at home. Um, and one of the big things, if you take a look online, that you're going to see a lot of is using sticks for a handle. You can use chopsticks, you can use whatever you could find, honestly. But sticks is a very common thing that you will find out there. So when I thought about where would be the best place to go hiking for some sticks, my son recommended going to Yellowstone National Park in Montana. So I thought, oh, that sounds like fun. I like to travel. Let's give it a go. So I went ahead and I put on my woodsy shirt and my flannel. I have hiking boots on. You just can't see it. And I grabbed my allergy stuff because I'm probably going to need it there, right? And my TerraShield to keep the bugs away. I grabbed my backpack and granola and beef jerky and said, okay, I am ready to go. And I went ahead and told my husband, go ahead, get the jet ready. I'll be back by dinner. And I hopped on my jet, went for a flight, parachuted down. I wasn't home for dinner, by the way. It took a little longer because I was having a lot of fun out there. So I lived in some wigwams. I built myself a little wigwam. That's where I was staying. Pretty nice, right? And let me show you. Oh, I took Groot with me too. Hello, Groot. I took him with me. And let's take a look at Yellowstone National Park. Okay, so I'm going to do a share screen. And here it is. Yellowstone National Park. I fought bears, right? And I thought, wow, this is a lot. But I wanted to make sure that I had the best sticks for my students. And if that was the best place to get sticks, that's where I was going to go, right? So kind of like my grandma, my grandmother lived in Canada. And when we would go and visit her, she would grab you and she would give you a hard kiss on each cheek. Mwah, mwah, right? And you knew, you were loved, she loved you, and you knew, right? So same thing here. I'm going to love you and you're going to know it. So bears, no problem. Here I want to point out to you, if you are coming on a trip with me, you want to go and see Yellowstone National Park yourself, come on a virtual tour, check it out. It's a fantastic way to go and see what's happening out there. Okay, and okay, so there is Yellowstone National Park, and just again to get us in the mood of things, if you will, I do have some essential oils. I've got pine. Hopefully you're not allergic. My friend Galasso is allergic. I've got cedar wood, black spruce, and arborvitae. So I'm going to do the cedar wood because every time I smell cedar, I think of being a little girl and having a blanket come from the cedar chest. And there's something just really comforting about that. So if you have never smelled cedar before, maybe you don't have the same experience, maybe you can live vicariously and enjoy that. It is really lovely. So I'm going to stop share and bring it back. So on my flight back from Montana, I thought, I think I might be reinventing the wheel here. And I decided to take a look again at what's out there. And I found WikiHow. I thought was pretty good. So if you are looking to make some paintbrushes, here's a great website to look at. How to make a paintbrush. Overall, we have, gather your materials. There's some chopsticks, right? You need a handle. You might want some glue. You might want some twine to bind it in the end. They do a really nice job. And there's some questions and answers at the end back here too. Someone said something about a makeup brush, and I thought that's great. That could work really well. So do check out that website, but I also want for you to think about, try to think about this outside of the box. So in the sense that, let me move my wigwam for you. I'm always trying to figure out ways to make things a little easier and maybe a little bit faster. So let me scoot this down so you can see this. I have in this package my daughter's hair. She decided she was going to cut 9 inches to donate, and we tried to find a place for her to donate to. And because it was 9 inches, a lot of places didn't want them. We did find a place in Canada that was interested. And I thought, great, how wonderful. So I package this up and I go to the post office, and the post officer says, well, what's in your package, by the way? What are you shipping out to Canada, right? Casual chit chat. And I said, oh, thank you for asking. My daughter, she cut 9 inches of her hair and she wants to donate it. And so we are donating to a place in Canada. And that was the end of that conversation, because apparently, fun fact, you cannot ship hair across the border because it's considered human remains, which I thought was really weird, and I hadn't thought of it that way. So something to think about, right? So I happen to have hair. What are the odds of that, right? I don't know, but I have these locks of hair. And I was thinking about when the hairdresser cut it, they put these little elastic bands on it. And I thought, well, couldn't we just take a pair of scissors, right? I rubber band this. So just a little rubber band that you might have at home, something like this, whatever, just to keep it together so you don't have hair all over the place. And then, can you see? If I go ahead and cut this, and she's got really, really thick hair. It's beautiful hair. Okay, so I just cut it, and I can take a clip and grab it. Now I've got a fan brush, okay, which is pretty cool. I did one earlier. It's just a regular, smaller brush. I can change the size. I can do whatever I want with it. If you don't want to use hair or human hair, which if you don't want to use human hair, you can experiment with cat hair. You can experiment with dog hair. You can try bristles from your hairbrush. That would be fine. It can be synthetic. As we discussed in class, actual hair works better for paintbrushes because every hair has all these little shafts that come out, and the paint clings to that. So you end up not having to go and get paint more often, if that makes sense, right? So I encourage you to go ahead and play around with that idea, play around with what can you make a paintbrush out of, right? I've seen people do this with pine needles. You can take a stick and kind of fray it, right? You could use the end of a rope. This is a really strange time that we're in right now. And it's forcing us to be creative and to think of ways to make things work that we hadn't had to do before. And I think we're all going to be okay, right? So, thank you for being flexible. Thank you for being understanding. Thank you for, going out on a limb and trying something new, trying to make a paintbrush. So until next time, have a great day. Have fun making your brushes. Who knows? Maybe you'll end up having a whole series of paintbrushes that you are really enjoying and end up marketing. this could happen, right? Have a great day. Have fun making your paintbrushes.